Hi, I'm Ray, Chubby Ray Comics. I don't buy single issues. I buy trade paperbacks. I buy Omnibus, collected editions. I love them. I love talking about them. And I hope that you enjoy watching me talk about them on Chubby Ray Comics channel. It's so good to be here. I'm continuing my If I Could Only Keep 5 series today with a really, really hard category. If I could only keep 5 writers all time. These are the best writers of all time. Now, if you've already watched If I Could Only Keep 5 Current Writers, which was the last one I did, then you should know no writer is allowed to be on both lists. Now, the number one current writer was Jeph Johns. Jeph Johns obviously deserves to be on both lists, but he can only be on one list. And so if I could only keep 5 all-time writers, that's what we have today. Now, because it's a Chubby Ray video, we have honorable mention. Honorable mention number 5. Gail Simone. Gail Simone's been writing for a long time. She's had several omnibuses come out, including this one, the Birds of Prey omnibus, which just came out. Now, I have not opened it yet because I'm still reading my Birds of Prey paperbacks, like this one. Gail Simone had a great run on Wonder Woman. Of course, she had a fantastic run on Birds of Prey, adding to the mythos of Birds of Prey and all the characters, expanding the role of Oracle and making Barbara Gordon a total badass. Remember her run on Batgirl? I mean, that was awesome. She's got a whole Batgirl 52 omnibus that's great. It's hard to find, but it is great. Just awesome stuff. And Gail Simone is still actively writing. Her Uncanny X-Men is one of the funnest books out there. She just weaves great stories that deal with relationships as well as great action and adventure. Gail Simone is severely underrated, but an awesome writer. She's honorable mention number 5. Honorable mention number 4. One of the greatest Batman writers, Greg Rucka. Not only does he write great Batman, but he writes great Gotham City Police Department stories. Remember Gotham Central? Or how about his run on Batman after No Man's Land? He had books like Evolution. Look how great that was. Which is Ra's al Ghul coming to Gotham. How about the legendary Officer Down? How has this never been collected in Omnibus? Rucka also did a great run on the Punisher. His 16 issues Punisher run was so good. I'm still looking for those paperbacks. Rucka's one of the finest all-time writers. He's coming back to DC and writing Batwoman in 26. And he's number 4, honorable mention. Honorable mention number 3. The one and only Robert Kirkman. His legendary Walking Dead run. Who can forget these awesome stories? They were black and white comics, but the stories were so good, they got picked up by television and became one of the biggest shows on TV. Of course, he's also responsible for Invincible. Invincible! One of the biggest shows on Amazon. Robert Kirkman still puts out amazing independent titles. I mean, how has he not been stolen by Marvel or DC and given a ton of money to write stories for them? Kirkman's mind is fantastic at creating universes. His new book, Battle Beast, is doing great. There are so many compendiums written by Robert Kirkman in my collection. It's unbelievable. Walking Dead, Invincible, Wolfman, Haunt, Tech Jacket. So many series, so many universes, all created by Robert Kirkman. He's amazing. And he's honorable mention number 3. Honorable mention number 2. One of my favorite all-time writers, Paul Levitz. Paul Levitz did with the Legion of Superheroes is amazing. You look at those stories that Levitz did with Mike Grell, unbelievable. They still hold up to this day. His Legion run is maybe the best ever. How do we have none of these books in Omnibus yet? Come on, DC. The stories that Paul Levitz created are remarkable. We know about the Great Darkness Saga, but there's so many other great Paul Levitz stories that he wrote during the 1970s and 1980s, and we should have them collected in an Omnibus. Paul Levitz, honorable mention number 2. Honorable mention number 1. The legendary writer of Crisis on Infinite Earths, Mr. Marv Wolfman. This universe-changing masterpiece by Wolfman and Perez came from the mind of Marv Wolfman. He was the guy who convinced his editors to let him kill Supergirl, Barry Allen, so many other great heroes in Crisis on Infinite Earths. Of course, his New Titans is one of the most memorable runs of all time. Amazing story that added so many different levels to each Titans member. He added action, adventure, love stories, drama. He turned the New Titans into a soap opera. Don't even get me started on his Batman stories. Batman Year 3 is great. Giving you the story of how Dick Grayson became Robin. It's fantastic. Marv Wolfman is fantastic. Marv Wolfman is honorable mention number 1. We're just about to get into the main list, but before I do, let me pause to remind you that the Only Keep 5 series is continuing on. Coming up, I've got If I Could Only Keep 5 Current Artists, and If I Could Only Keep 5 All-Time Artists, If I Could Only Keep 5 Batman Stories. And I've decided that even though the Only Keep 5 series is going to end, I will still continue to do Only Keep 5 videos from time to time. Plus, I have a video coming up talking about DC compendiums and the compendiums they need to make. That's right around the corner. And I have a year-end video where I'm going to run down my favorite books of 2025. Plus, I've got a prize for members only. And when we hit 3,000, I've got a big prize for all subscribers of Chubby Ray Comics. So make sure you subscribe or make sure you become a member. Do both. I want to thank everybody for the growth of this channel as it continues to grow. In fact, it looks like we're going to hit the 3,000 subscribers pretty quick, which will be awesome. And now, on with the list. Number 5, Jeph Loeb. We know he's mostly known for Batman Hush, and that's coming, don't worry. But can I take a second and appreciate his run on Hulk? What he did with the Hulk and Red Hulk is fantastic. And he loves the right battles and he loves the right team-ups. I mean, Jeph Loeb's Hulk is really good. I mean, the way his mind works. Oh my God, I'm so envious. Who doesn't remember Hush? The story Jeph Loeb wrote in creating this character and giving directions to Jim Lee for this amazing art. I still can't believe there are people in this world who don't appreciate Hush for what it is. Hush is a masterpiece. It was written by Jeph Loeb. He's number 5 on my If I Could Only Keep 5 all-time writers list. Number 4, Jonathan Hickman. He's responsible for X-Men Krakoa. He's responsible for Ultimate Spider-Man. He's responsible for Secret War and for the amazing stuff he wrote for the Avengers. His Avengers and New Avengers run was remarkable. His run on Fantastic Four, I mean, come on. It was Jonathan Hickman's mind that created the Council of Reed. That's unbelievable. The fun I've had reading this story over and over again can't compare to the fun that he had in creating it. Jonathan Hickman is living in his own world, and it's a world we'd all love to live in. His writing is magnificent. Jonathan Hickman is a genius. He's number 4 on my If I Could Only Keep 5 all-time writers. Number 3, the writer of one of the best Amazing Spider-Man runs there's ever been, J. Michael Straczynski. JMS's Spider-Man run's amazing. By the way, Marvel needs to reprint this book. Hickman's Amazing Spider-Man run was really something. He took the mythos of Spider-Man and expanded it, basically creating the whole Spider-Verse and all that. Had Spider-Man revealing himself to the world, had Spider-Man in a new costume, Spider-Man fighting in Civil War, had Spider-Man going through tragedy, Spider-Man getting payback, and he even had Spider-Man and MJ going through One More Day. J. Michael Straczynski also gave us one of the best independent series of all time, Rising Stars. I mean, this book is unbelievable. Rising Stars is a book you read and never forget. But that's what you expect from stories written by J. Michael Straczynski. They're fantastic. He's one of the best writers of all time. That's why he's in my If I Could Only Keep 5 all-time writers, he's number 3. Number 2, the writer of the greatest Captain America story of all time, Ed Brubaker. Ed Brubaker took a character that had been dead for like 80 years, and he found a way to bring him back to life. The creation of the Winter Soldier is one of those memorable stories that everybody talks about. It was Ed Brubaker who came up with that. His Captain America run is remarkable, but so is his run on Batman stuff. Have you read Gotham Central? Have you ever read Bruce Wayne, Murderer Turned Fugitive? Or his independent stuff? Criminal is unbelievable. Ed Brubaker has such an imaginative mind. The guy's just smarter than the rest of us. We should just accept it and congratulate him for being number 2 on the If I Could Only Keep 5 all-time writers list. And now, number 1, Brian Michael Bendis. I've said before, I think Brian Michael Bendis' Avengers run is going to go down in history as being a key element in the history of Marvel Comics. By adding people like Wolverine and Spider-Man to the Avengers team, by giving us Secret Invasion, unbelievable moments in Marvel history. New Avengers is so good. Plus, he gave us the Illuminati, the things he did with the character of Sentry, and then, of course, the original Ultimate Spider-Man. Retelling the origin of Spider-Man, giving us a brand new universe, all Brian Michael Bendis. Somehow weaving in those old stories and retelling them in this new universe was very cool. What Brian Michael Bendis did during that time is remarkable. The great news is he's coming back. That's right, he's coming back to Marvel. And I, for one, cannot wait. Brian Michael Bendis, number 1 on my If I Could Only Keep 5 all-time writers. Well, there you go. If I could only keep 5 all-time writers. I know it's probably controversial, and I know you're wondering why some people aren't on the list, but some are. Listen, this is a very, very hard list to make. I went back and forth in making this list and the current writer list, and I couldn't have anybody be on both. Although, let's face it, how did I not have Geoff Johns appearing on both lists? How did I not have Jonathan Hickman on both lists? I mean, there's a lot of questions, and I understand you having them, but that's why the comments exist. So like, follow, subscribe, and make a comment. If you think I'm wrong, if you're sitting there saying, why isn't so-and-so on the list? Let me know. Send me a comment. Chances are it's already a question I asked myself. These lists were very hard, but also very fun to do. I had a great time making this list. I hope you had a good time watching these videos. Coming up next, if I can only keep 5 current artists, and if I can only keep 5 all-time artists. Those are right around the corner. Get ready for those. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more comments. Thank you for watching the video, and consider leaving a super chat on this video. Remember, all money taken in on super chats are going to be spent on buying prizes for when we get more subscribers. Or become a member of Chubby Ray Comics. If you become a member of Chubby Ray Comics channel, you get the videos as soon as they're produced, not when they're released to the public. So you get to see these videos sometimes 2-3 days before anybody else does, and it's kind of cool. I want to thank you all for watching this. Thank you all for hitting that like button, and thank you all for commenting. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys next video.